Really just excited. I've seen a lot of things just on TV, and coming from the West Coast, I've never been able to experience an SEC game or an SEC atmosphere. And you hear everybody say all the time that everything's bigger and better for the SEC. So I'm really just excited to get out there and compete with the guys.
How do you evaluate how you've done this camp?
Sorry, say it again.
How do you evaluate your growth, your development this camp?
I definitely feel like there's been a lot of growth, especially coming from the spring and just having extra time in the offense and being able to just improve on the little things and continue to improve on those. I think my biggest thing has just been able to just get a better understanding of the offense and get a better rhythm with all the guys.
Jaxson, we've seen your growth since spring practice. What is it? What were the important things that you did to up your game to where it is now?
It's really just kind of been time, being able to have more time with Coach Weiss and being able to just go through the offense and learn like the different schematics and really just break it down. I think decision making for me, I was a little hesitant at times when I first got here, and now it's more just me being able to be more confident each and every play to make the right decision and let things play out that way.
Lane just came in here and said he hasn't made a decision on who's going to be the quarterback. Is that tough from your perspective, just not necessarily knowing where things kind of stand?
Every coach kind of just has their different approach to how they, handle, these quarterback battles and stuff like that. So really my mindset going forward is just trying to prepare myself like I am going to be the starter, and now Luke's doing the same thing. And, at the end of the day, we just want to win. So we're going to do everything in our power to do that.
Now having a whole spring and now a full fall camp, just how is that comfort level relationship with Weiss? How is he with y'all in the room?
It's definitely just, getting stronger. I think that's how it works anytime that, in a friendship or just a relationship, the more time you have with someone that, your relationship gets stronger. So I look forward to continuing that.
Kind of going off what Michael was asking, is there something you have to do mentally to not focus on the end result? I know Lane talks all the time about process and not outcome and all that stuff. How do you manage that?
I think a big thing is really just focusing on the things that you can control. Steve Young has a quote where he just talks about in competition just really working on self-improvement each and every day. And, that's kind of what I keep in mind going forward.
Jaxson, how much did going through a quarterback competition that kind of went on and on at USC last year, a little bit injuries and all that stuff, did that help you get ready for what you've gone through here?
Yeah, it's helped me tremendously, especially me having to go through it, during the season. That's an experience for sure. But, definitely just me being able to, continue to stay level-headed. Like I said before, trying to just control the things that I can control. Don't get too high, don't get too low, and just try to steadily improve myself. Thank you.
Luke, just how has camp been and with everything kind of going around that position? Just how have you kind of felt your game's gone, and how have you handled everything over these past few weeks?
Yeah, it's been well. It's a really fun time of the year, being around all our teammates for so many hours, and a lot of growth has occurred between just within myself and within the team. It's relentless, but I'm really excited. It's game week, and just really excited for what's ahead.
I start this, but how has the relationship with you and Weiss been, having a spring and now a whole fall camp? Just how has he been with you in the room?
Yeah, we're just constantly growing. We have a lot of fun together. We're always bouncing ideas off each other. He's one of the smartest, offensive minds I've ever been around, and really thankful to have him in my corner. Obviously, his relationship with Coach Kiffin is obviously comforting for me, and the whole offense as well.
Lane said a few minutes ago that he hasn't made a decision yet, that no one's really emerged as the clear guy. How have you sort of viewed the competition, and sort of where do you think it stands, and what's that approach like this week?
Yeah, it's very competitive, as I've told people. We're both doing really good things. I feel like, I'm obviously focused on myself, and he's focused on, himself as well. But it's really cool to see us both do well. I think we're doing good things, and when we're both doing well, our offense is really rolling, and I think we have a really good chance to be special. But the complexity of the competition is pretty relentless. But I've learned to navigate a path through it just from the support of the people I love most, and through God Himself. He's given me everything, and I'm really thankful for that.
Luke, obviously, we've got a lot of new faces. Most of them will be guys that you'll be depending on, try to get the ball to. Kind of expand on some of those guys, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very unique year, a very unique team and season. So many impact players will be guys from other schools and even freshmen coming in, I feel like. So it'll be very exciting to see those guys do their thing, and the guys who have been here as well, who have impacted this team in a great way will do amazing things for us as well. But it's obviously a challenge to kind of, mold that team together and grow together. But, I think Jared Ivey spoke on it. Everybody here just wants to win. And, that comes from Coach Kiffin and, just the team itself. It's a winning culture here, and very thankful for it.
Luke, the running backs last year were really good. Got a whole new crew this year. What's your evaluation of how those guys are doing? Because the media hadn't gotten to see much of Zach. A little bit more of Ulysses, but not much of Zach.
Yeah, all four of those guys, Kentrell, Zach, Ulysses, and Quinshawn are super dynamic players, all do different things very well. Each could plug and play every single down for us and do really good things. And like you said, we had a really good room last year with, Snoop, Ely, and, Henry Parrish. But I think this group has a chance to really do something special at a national level and continue to lead this league in rushing like we have in the past.
Kind of like that, you've got some new guys in the receivers room and added some since the spring. Just how has that kind of group meshed with y'all and kind of the confidence level you have in the receivers?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge because each offense does their things differently. Their schemes are different and things of that nature. And we have a lot of impact players who will play from different offensive schemes and the way they run things. And we obviously play at a fast, at a high level, and we play our brand of football. And there's definitely a learning curve for them, but they have bought in completely to do whatever it takes just to do their job and win.
For you personally, what's the wait to hear the decision been like? Is there an anxiety or an anticipation, or you just kind of know this is part of the job?
I just try to take things day by day and moment by moment. Obviously, I'd be lying if I never think about that, that time and that decision, but I have no control over it at the end of the day. I'm thankful for the position I'm in. I've worked really hard. I've shown up every day for my teammates and my coaches and given it everything I had. And, at the end of this, I'll have no excuses.
Has there ever been a day or a moment where you thought they were going to announce it and then you just kind of had to sink back down and realize it wasn't coming that day?
I don't think so. Like I said, I have no control over it, but, if they announced it in 5 minutes, I'd move on and live in that moment and, go from there.
Luke, is this Kiffin's offense, Weiss's offense, a different offense, the same? What are we going to look at Saturday?
Yeah, I think you'll just see a combination of so many different things. Some things we did last year. Obviously, Lane Kiffin does his own things, and he's a great offensive mind. And Coach Weiss even brings his own schemes and things like that into what we do. And even some of our support staff have great ideas as well. I think we have a great offensive staff as a whole. They have great minds, and they're going to put us in the best position to win.
Luke, can you just talk about your relationship with Jaxson and whether you guys hang out much outside the football facility?
Well, we spend a lot of time here, so there's not a lot of time outside that we have on our own. But we're honestly great friends. We've shared so many laughs together, and I guess a lot of people think that we strive against each other, but we honestly root for each other. We're in it for the same things, and that's just to win and do well for this offense. But I think we share the same sense of humor. We enjoy being around each other, and we're constantly bouncing ideas off each other just to to grow and get better from it. Appreciate it.